come on today to talk about digestion. Where does digestion start? Contrary to popular belief, digestion doesn't begin in the stomach. It actually starts in your brain. The sight, the smell, and the anticipation of food triggers the production of saliva, which contains enzymes that will begin to break down carbohydrates even before the food even enters your mouth. But once the food is in the mouth, chewing is essential. Through the mastication, the chewing not only continues the enzymatic breakdown of carbohydrates, but it also sends these critical signals to the brain. And the brain then assesses the macronutrient content, which is your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. And this communicates with the digestive organs to prepare for their roles. So this includes stimulating the stomach, right? Acid, which is your HCl production, and it's promoting the pancreas to release enzymes, and it's signaling the gallbladder to get ready to release the bile for fat digestion. And so when we rush meals or we eat in a very stressed, sympathetic state, this process is disrupted. The body diverts energy away from digestion towards the survival mechanism, right? Fight or flight. And that inhibits the production of digestive juices and reducing the efficiency of nutrient breakdown. So over time, this can lead to you feeling bloating and indigestion and nutrient malabsorption and microbial imbalances in the gut, commonly referred to as dysbiosis. So how can we support digestion just naturally? What are the first things that we can do? Well, the first thing I would recommend is for all of my clients to learn how to eat in a more relaxed state. Sit down, take a few deep breaths, ground yourself before those meals, right? This activates the parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. You cannot digest if you're not in a restful state, which is your parasympathetic state. You cannot digest, right? That's very, very important. So number two would be, you want to appreciate the food. You want to take time to smell it, to taste it, to chew it thoroughly. Take our time. This will enhance enzymatic activity, and it will really communicate between the brain and the digestive organs. Number three would be, avoid drinking during meals. And I know this is very, very hard for our American culture, but you really want to limit your liquids during meals to avoid diluting those digestive enzymes, just washing them away. We don't want to do that. So we want to really stop drinking about 15 minutes prior to eating and also after eating. If it's necessary to take small sips, to take some pills, then that's totally acceptable, but we just don't want to be drinking throughout the meal. The next thing is, you really want to avoid cold beverages, right, while you're eating. We don't want to have any kind of beverages while we're eating, but definitely not cold. When we consume cold drinks, they will slow or even halt the digestive process, just shuts it down. We really want to opt for room temperature or warm beverages away from meals. So even between meals, you don't want such cold drinks all the time, which is very hard, I know, for summer, but it really does hold that digestive system. So if you are having digestive issues, you probably want to think about maybe having room temperature water instead of that ice cold water. So what if your symptoms persist? You've tried all of those things. Well, if you're experiencing ongoing issues like the bloating, the gas, the reflux, the diarrhea, mood changes after you're finished eating, or fatigue after you're eating, further investigation is pretty necessary, right? Because those other natural suggestions, if there's really no hidden issues, then those recommendations should solve the problem for you. Okay, so you could benefit from digestive enzyme support, hydrochloric acid possibly, or bile support for fat digestion. But you really don't know how much or what you need unless you really test, right? We don't want to just throw things at our bodies and just cross our fingers, because we can actually harm our bodies if we don't do things properly. So functional testing like the GI map can offer detailed insights into your gut health and digestive function. So this test can identify imbalances, infections, enzyme deficiencies, and more, right? Even giving us clues into estrogen dominance. So this is allowing for personalized intervention when we have these tests done for us. Signs of digestive dysfunction may include acid or bile reflux, bloating, gas, belching, constipation or diarrhea, stubborn weight gain, nutritional deficiencies, right? Hair loss, dry skin, joint pain or immune issues, blood sugar instability, chronic fatigue, and as I said, estrogen dominance. So since our cells rely on nutrients for energy and function, poor digestion can really lead to widespread imbalance of the body. Most chronic health symptoms can and in some way be linked back to the compromised digestion and nutrient absorption. But I also do a blood chemistry test along with the GI map, because if we do have findings of bacterial overgrowth or fungal issues or any type of imbalance, you really want to look at the blood and see what's going on with the liver. Is the liver in a situation where it can do some type of eradication? Is the liver in a situation where it can handle some pretty aggressive protocols? You really want to make sure you're supporting that liver. You don't want to just start throwing things at your body again and eradicating things and killing things, and that's just not how you do it. You want to make sure the drains are open. You really want to make sure that you have binders on board, right? You really want to make sure that you are supporting phase 1 and phase 2 of the detoxification system. Like, there are so many things you have to be careful of. How are your kidneys doing? Are your kidneys going to need a little bit of support if we do a protocol, right? And so we really want to look at these things. Your immune system, is it amped up, right? Or is it suppressed, right? The GI map and the blood chemistry can give us some great insight into your immune system. So those are the two things that always go together, along with the food sensitivity, because food sensitivity test, if you do have leaky gut, it's going to cause a lot of inflammation. It's going to cause an immune response, and we really want to bring down that immune response. And so those are the 3 tests that really go together to give us a broad picture of what's going on, right? And so if you need help, or you just want to chat to see if I can help you in any way with some symptoms that you're dealing with, if you're dealing with digestive discomfort, you have those symptoms that we talked about, I'd be happy to support you. So please feel free to reach out or schedule a discovery call to discuss how we can work together, if we're a great fit, if I can help you with any issues that you may be dealing with, to help you improve really your gut health, but it's really your overall health, right? When we tackle the gut, it's really the beginning of this beautiful journey of reclaiming wellness and health, and believe it or not, great cognitive health and well-being. The brain, the gut, the brain and the liver, the brain and the lungs, I mean, it's all connected together, and I would love to help you. So go ahead and give me a call, reach out to me, and I'd love to have a chat with you. Thank you all so much.